right, Catherine. All right, still with us from the Russell Rotunda, we've got Senator John McCain. Senator, you look at that, and this everything worked right. We had an informant inside the cell. We were able to stop it before anything bad happened. But it does show you there's still people out there, in this case, homegrown people, trying to hurt people.
There are people out there, and maybe the Bush administration might deserve a little credit for the fact that there's not been another attack on the United States of America since 9/11. I know that's not the most popular thing in some parts, but the fact is that after 9/11, everybody predicted there would be more attacks on the United States of America. So I ought to give him some credit, but most of all the men and women who've served in the Department of Homeland Security and our intelligence agencies. They've done a great job.
Brian?
Well, Senator McCain, it's great to see you again. And after interviewing Mrs.
Thanks,
McCain
Brian.
and, of course, Meghan McCain, I would not be surprised if all three of us are at your house come Memorial Day for that barbecue we still have yet to been invited to. But on a serious note, when you talk, I hope it comes soon, when you talk about closing Gitmo, that's something Senator McCain is for. But when you talk about bringing some of these people to be tried in New York City, is that something John McCain is for? Because that's what the Obama administration wants to do with at least one of these guys.
John McCain is not for that. We have facilities in Guantanamo, and the point is here overall is that the president announced a certain date for closure of Guantanamo without an overall policy as how to address this issue of what kind of trials and military commissions, what you do with the people that you can't try but you don't want to release. As you know, 10% of those who have been released have gone back to the fight. What are the rules of evidence? In other words, many aspects of this issue that are hard and tough and have to be determined before you make the big announcement with all the ensuing publicity and fanfare and adulation. So now they've got a problem, and they've got to fix it, and they've got to assure the American people that we have a process that will prevent these people from coming back into the population, including the United States of America, and committing crimes. There's two people who were in Guantanamo who are high-ranking Al-Qaeda in Afghanistan and in Pakistan. We can't let that happen.
All right, Senator, here's my question for you this morning. And is it just me, or is there some irony in the fact that we have this bust last night of terrorism at the same time that President Obama and former Vice President Dick Cheney are giving speeches today on national security, that we're talking about this new report that 1 in 7 Gitmo detainees reoffend? I mean, is it all irony to you that this is all happening together this week?
Well, life's funny,
Yeah.
but the point is that the administration did not develop a policy, and these are tough questions. What are the rules of evidence? What kind of interrogations were conducted? What about people that you view as enemy combatants, but you don't have enough evidence to try them? You have to have a review process. What about the fact that people like the Uyghurs, who we'd like to send back to China but can't because they're going to be killed if they get back there? See, all of the hard part was not addressed. The easy part, the announcement of the closing of Guantanamo, was done, and now the chickens have come home to roost.
All right. John McCain, it's always a pleasure. Thank you very much for joining us on this Thursday. Have a great Memorial Day.